Hello everyone, this is Abhinav Jha, Maths faculty at askIITians, and today we'll be discussing a really interesting and important chapter for grade 9th, that is coordinate geometry. So everyone, without wasting any time, let's begin and start discussing coordinate geometry in brief. Okay, so everyone, if we look at the weightage of this particular chapter, so this particular chapter is actually really important for boards as well as your Olympiads. So if you look at the boards, in any board for that matter, that might be your CBSE board, your ICSE board, or maybe any international board. So the weightage is approximately 12 to 15% if you merge this chapter with straight lines, because straight lines is a chapter which is totally related with coordinate geometry. So the most of the questions that we get in straight lines, that is nothing but a part of coordinate geometry, you can say. So these two chapters combined can give you around 12 to 15% of weightage in your boards. Like out of 100, you might expect some two or three questions of 4 marks or 3 marks respectively from this particular chapter and the chapter straight lines. Okay, this chapter helps actually in drawing the graphs of different straight lines. Now if you look at the Olympiads, you similarly there's a similar kind of weightage over there in Olympiads also. So if you look at all the Olympiads across the world, so there we can get a weightage of around 15% from this particular chapter. But the thing is, it's all dependent upon our approach. If we use coordinate geometry in the chapters like quadrilaterals or other geometrical interpretations like circles or other aspects of geometry, so this will make our life a lot easier. Now coming to the point, like what is actually coordinate geometry? So the word coordinate refers to where exactly the point is lying, in the plane or in space or wherever. So we get a set of points and there we have set of values corresponding to it. Okay, those values guide us in reaching to that particular point. So that actually is nothing but coordinate in coordinate geometry, and study of all those points and lines joining them is nothing but called as coordinate geometry. Okay guys, if you look at this plane at the moment, as you can see, I have constructed a 3D space over here, and as you can see, this thing overall is called as the coordinate plane. So we also call it coordinate plane, or sometimes we call it Cartesian plane also. So the name given to it is Cartesian plane. Okay, we can also use coordinate plane as well. Now if you look at the Cartesian plane, here we have the x-axis, we have the y-axis, and here we also have the z-axis. We'll go to that point guys, but allow me a minute to do that. So first let's discuss our x and y axis only, and that will be giving us xy plane. So our Cartesian plane at the moment is x and y plane, that's it. Now if you look at this point over here in pink, that is called as origin. Okay, that is called as origin, where the things actually start. Now guys, how to use the coordinate geometry and how to reach the points as I promised before. So let's suppose if I take this point over here, yeah, if I look at the point over here, as let's suppose I'm giving x a value called 3 and I'm giving y a value, let's suppose 1. Okay, at the moment this is my scenario. So as you can see guys, here at the bottom the coordinates have changed, right? This is denoting the coordinate of the point. So this is showing, this pink color is now showing the point. Here we are actually here. Now guys, how did we reach there? We traveled 3 units on the x direction and then 1 units on the y-axis. So overall, this is the way we have reached this particular point in pink, and the coordinate is 3 comma 1 comma 0. Hold on for this thing, because z is actually 0. We are not lifting, or neither we are getting inside the plane. So now as soon as we start lifting from our space, let's suppose you start jumping off the feet, so your z also increases, and that's why the z coordinate will also be having a particular value. So guys, let's discuss few more points over here that we can easily analyze. If you look at, if I change this point as -1, so let's go slightly different. So now as you can see here, we have gone in the negative y direction. So this was positive y direction. So now we are coming down in this particular region, right? This point is coming back. So here we can say that this point's coordinate is 3 comma -1 comma 0. Now let's introduce our z. So guys, if let's suppose this is 1 only, and let's suppose here the coordinate comes out to be 2. So now you can see, now the point is in the air, because we moved 3 units to the right, 1 units above, and then we have lifted 2 units up. So as you can see, your room wall you would have seen. So at the edge, you can see that there are 3 lines. One is the x-axis, one is the y-axis, and one is the z-axis. So you can very well imagine that engineers and a lot of architects would use coordinate geometry to find out the distances, the points of different points in our system, in our room, wherever you look at. Okay, so that's how we calculate distances in coordinate geometry. If you can make this point as -2, so what will happen in this scenario? The point will go inside the room. The point will go down the plane, and that is called as negative z axis. Okay, if we are going towards the east, that means positive x. Going towards north means y, and there is one more axis now which is introduced in our plane. That's why this is called as x, y, and z axis respectively. So I just gave you a bit idea about space, which is really important, guys. Hope you use these techniques in your daily life as well. And for other things, you can obviously join askIITians. We will be always there to help you, everyone, and hopefully see you really soon. Thank you.